now we are going to react to people retiring really freaking early.
Okay.
They retired early with 870 outside Tucson. They're living in the dust. Desert sand.
Okay. The dust.
And we retired in our mid-30s with $870,000.
And live a little bit outside of
Please
Tucson,
understand
Arizona.
that all snarky comments are brought to you by insane jealousy. How do they?
They have no children. They have a dog.
no children. They have it. Okay.
What's
Dogs.
nice is that our
How are they-
day-to-day lives both have structure, but they don't have to. Because we don't have full-time jobs, we can choose to do things on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or whenever.
Early retirement for me isn't about just not working. It's about freedom. The freedom to design your day to do whatever you want during the day.
going all over the place?
So for me, that means getting up around 6 a.m. Maybe I work out for a couple of hours. I mess around on the computer for a while.
But isn't
do
Taco
email,
Tuesday
social
always
media,
Tuesday?
that kind of thing. We go out and take walks with the dogs at about 10 a.m. The freedom is a complete life-changing event. My wife, Courtney, has always been way more of a saver than I was. Before we got married, I had the house in the suburbs. I had a supercharged Corvette convertible. I had a brand new Cadillac CTS. I had a Yamaha R1 sport bike. I had all the toys. I spent a lot of money.
Pause.
That's why you're still working, Christopher.
Wait.
You want that stuff.
Why doesn't he have it anymore? I don't understand. He got rid of that stuff?
He walks at 10 o'clock in the morning with his wife and 2 dogs.
He said he did. Okay, I was busy pouring bourbon. Is that what he does? Okay.
Yes, after lifting for
they
2
didn't-
hours.
They didn't have a long time. Okay. How did they accumulate? If you sell the toys, you're not going to get that much. This is going to be interesting. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Find out what their side hustle is. Okay. Okay.
Well, that's pretty good basic
that's
income.
We figured out we needed to save between $800,000 and $900,000 as long as we kept our lifestyle pretty minimal and did some big changes like moved into our Airstream and were able to keep our monthly
You have an
expenses
Airstream
down to
too?
a minimum. It also included more normal things like cutting our restaurant budget way down. I think at one point we're down to, at max, $50 a month combined for anything outside of the house.
$50 a month?
We tracked all of our groceries. We got
restaurants?
rid of all of our subscriptions that we weren't actually using.
When
Is this
And
what
why
you're
does-
going to draw the line in the stand?
in the sands. Okay, so they went from an Airstream to the house. Okay, Airstreams aren't inexpensive. They're saying they do $50 a month for restaurants. When was this recorded?
They go out
I mean,
once a month for hot dogs.
McDonald's, a couple of Happy Meals is that now.
No,
So,
just okay.
All right,
That's
let's
what
keep-
you're gonna.
I don't know, and he's got solar and everything. Okay, so he's okay. Keep going.
Decided that we wanted early retirement more than we wanted
the
some of the
Airstream.
nicer
still
things
the
in
Airstream,
life that other
no
people might want
garage.
to spend money on. So for us, the trade-off was worth it.
So we maxed out both of our retirement accounts. We also saved more money than that. So at one point we were
Pause.
saving.
So they haven't used the F word. They haven't said fire yet. No. Okay. They are. Okay.
To say 70%, you're doing a lot in Roth, probably.
But the thing is, they're retiring before they're 59 and a half, and they're maxing out their retirement accounts. That's stuff you can't get to without a 10% excise tax penalty for 20 years.
So you're looking for the side hustle.
Well, I'm looking for the side hustle, and I'm looking for the taxable accounts, because the tax advantage ones are working against somebody retiring this early. This is going to be interesting. Let's hit play again. This is weird.
70% of our combined income, so all of my income and some of Steve's, and that was going
Okay, so
into
they
our
do have a taxable
401ks
account.
and
Okay.
Roth IRAs,
Question.
but also
How can you have a Roth IRA with that much income?
Oh.
He was making.
Well,
he
they're-
was
they're
making.
fab-
He was making like 140, and she was making 110.
So that's 250.
Isn't that?
I don't know what that's a good question. I don't know what the limit is anymore. Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. But again, still something
Should
you
say
can't
401k
take out
plan.
to 59 and a half. All
Yep,
right. Keep
okay.
going.
into a brokerage account and a savings account.
As a married couple, we have a combined checking account as well as savings account. We keep everything together. That makes it simple for us. We talk about every single purchase. We agree on everything that we spend money on, and it's very easy.
Property taxes of $1,500 a year.
Yeah, there's
Property taxes of $1,500 a year. Well, these guys are outside Tucson.
Usually, Courtney is the one who is managing the day-to-day.
Well, they have no roads, so that's okay.
Because there's just not that much to manage. We have a grand total of $0 in debt.
Yes.
So that includes our groceries, our restaurants, and also one of the most important things in our day, happy hours.
Our happy hours. We enjoy
What's the
those.
alcohol budget?
We will go to a grocery store about 45 minutes away once every week and a half or so for a normal shop. We also get veggies from our community farm through a CSA program, a community-sponsored agricultural program, so that's once a week. And then we'll do our big bulk buys at like Costco in Tucson.
How does that happen?
500.
And then for dental, we live very close to the Mexican border, and cleanings across the border in Mexico tend to be about $25. So not too bad.
Okay.
Day to day, we don't actually spend that much time on our general finances, but maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day, a total of about an hour a week, will be spent looking at everything and making sure everything is still going the way we want it to, and we're not going to run out of money in any of our accounts.
But it's grown by 35 or 40%.
Okay,
So we take a look at what our net worth is currently, and 4% of that or less is kind of our budget for the year. So if we're having a good year and we're making money, we can be a little bit more flexible with our lifestyle. And then if we're in a down market, we will really cut back.
Yeah.
Occasional side hustles.
Our rule of thumb when it comes to when we actually sell our investments and take money out is we only do it in an up market if we can help it, which is why we have that savings account there. And we'll sell stock to get money in an up market if, one, we need to replenish our savings, or two, we have a big purchase that we're planning to make in the near future.
Okay.
So they have
Which is
over a
year's expenses. Okay. Okay.
We were in a little mini but sharp recession, and my friends and some of my family were begging me to sell to get out of the market because everything is going to crash. But for us, we did not do that. We did not sell a single share of stock during the economic downturn. And since then, we have recovered about 150%. So that's $250,000, $300,000 since April of last year.
Okay. So we're not supposed to be giving investment advice on this thing here. We're not investment professionals, but just repeating what we keep hearing is the market had already tanked, and all of his friends and family were telling him to sell.
On the low mark.
On the low market. That's when you buy. You don't, and that's when you buy. He didn't sell, and look what happened to him on the rebound. So, all right.
We are now in a better position than we were before, precisely because we did not try to time the market.
Good advice. From mobile to... Okay.
Oh, that could have been worth it.
So they've been doing this 9 years.
Oh, that's a good price.
This is pre-COVID.
It was my first representation of freedom after work. We got to live in here and travel the country for a living. That was awesome.
We would be traveling sometimes multiple days a week and did an entire trip from our home state of Arizona.
Pause. Okay. So this is okay. They really gave themselves a boost by, depending on what the debt was, what the mortgage was, they really gave themselves a boost by selling the house, okay, which has, I don't know how you work out the taxes on that if you're not buying another one. They did eventually buy one, but they had about a year of no mortgage expenses with the Airstream, so that could have given them a nice little bit of a leg up. But to get a nice Airstream for $42,000, they bought that before COVID. They bought that before COVID.
So they've made some good decisions.
They've been very lucky with the timing, and yeah.
Way out east to New York, up to the Upper
Salt Lake,
Peninsula
yeah.
of Michigan, and all the way back down. Working the little jobs we do or whatever from the road, we could really be wherever we wanted to be.
Niagara.
We call our house the off-grid
see,
recession-proof house for just that reason. Almost no expenses. We can live here nearly as cheaply as we need to. We have no power running to the house. We have solar only. So that was a prepayment essentially, but we have no monthly payments there. We don't have to pay for water because we use water catchment. We don't have to pay for sewer because we have septic on site. And that was really attractive to us as we were trying to settle down from full-time Airstream. So
These guys are almost, what do they call them?
Where do we go? How do we keep our
Preppers.
expenses down so we can stay early retired?
They're half a step away
And
from
choosing a
preppers.
very minimal lifestyle in a house with almost no expenses, that was a very attractive proposition for us.
Oh, they brought it all down.
Despite the salary of a
then
full-time
that
job,
is-
I really don't miss much about that lifestyle. For me, early retirement is definitely worth it. To handle the pressure of saving a lot to retire early, you have to be okay with making some sacrifices, but yet your life can't feel like a sacrifice.
If you think about it as what you're gaining, like if you have that vision of the future, we used to take a walk every night with our dogs in Tucson.
He doesn't look like somebody who's buying used running shoes. But I'm still waiting for definition of the side hustles.
Okay, the only thing though that kills me is I always feel like if I was to retire like this, I'd want to be near a really good library so I could read and do all of those kinds of things. And this looks like it's way out there.
They're in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what 144 times 12. This has got to be. So they had 3 years without a house.
Yeah.
Without a
well,
mortgage
that's it.
expense.
Yeah.
They've paid off this thing. Okay. They still have the Airstream. The truck is, I'm guessing, 10 years. That's not a new truck. All right. The dog doesn't cost much. They go to Mexico for dental insurance. I am curious as to how a couple in the 30s spend what's their well, no, it is $6,000 a year for health insurance, but it could-
$400 each or
it was,
one?
No, it was like $4.99 or $5.99 a month. $4.99 a month. So that's $500. So that's $6,000 a year for health insurance for 2 people. Heck, it could be a $50,000 deductible. We don't know, right?
Or some special state plan for people who don't make much money. Though it's Arizona, so it's
Well, yeah, but I don't know what the guy. But the thing is, their income is nothing, so they're going to qualify for low income.
well, that's kind of one of the tough
Yeah.
things.
All right.
I mean,
And discuss like where we were at and how things were going and what we could see our future being like and traveling in the Airstream. And having that like end goal and
jealous
talking
of
about it
these.
and keeping it in mind really made it so that it didn't actually feel like
Okay.
we were sacrificing.
well, these guys did a lot of great planning and put themselves in a great position
Well, and
in
they
order
were-
to do this. I mean,
they-
that's a
They
very
had
solid story.
Lucky they had. Okay, the funny thing is, when I was looking at the thumbnail of this before, I thought it was a much older couple. And then when you see them moving around in the video, oh, that's the young couple. Okay. The timing was good. They sold the house long before COVID. They bought the property before COVID. They bought the Airstream before COVID. They didn't panic in the market during COVID. They've got, I mean, the number of people that can live off of a well, have only solar electricity, have a septic system, and go to Mexico for dental insurance, dental care. It's not a lot of people, okay? So they have a very unique situation, and it doesn't get cold down there. No,
gets
no.
hot.
I mean, but it's just freaking hot. So
But they have the Airstream to go places.
they got the Airstream
I mean,
to go places. They can
really
can
feel
go
like
up to
they've
northern
covered their
Montana
angles.
if they want to in July and August.
Right.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
And then go to Canada for health care. Yeah. All right.
I don't
So
think Canada wants you to drive up for healthcare.
they don't.
No.
No. Okay, they don't. All right. This was Christopher and Katherine. If you want to see how much you can save when starting a new 401k plan, check out our tax calculator with the link in the description. And you guys know what to do with the video. Like, subscribe, tell your friends and neighbors, tell the people you don't like, and most importantly, don't forget to keep those cards and letters coming.
Toodaloo.